Close your eyes for a moment and feel the space around you. You are surrounded by infinite abundance, an invisible field that responds to every vibration you send out. The truth is simple: money is not outside of you. It is a reflection of your inner frequency, your state of belief. What you hold as true in consciousness must appear in your world. If you want to attract huge sums of money in 48 hours, the first step is not to chase it, not to struggle, but to align with it. You must begin to feel rich before the evidence shows up. You must live in the awareness that what you desire is already yours. Every great manifestation begins in imagination. When you see yourself holding that money, spending it, giving it, enjoying it, your subconscious accepts it as fact, and reality reshapes itself around that conviction. Most people wait for something to change on the outside before they feel abundant. They say, "I'll be grateful when I have it." But the secret is the opposite. Feel it now. Gratitude is the bridge between desire and manifestation. When you wake up in the morning, affirm within yourself, "I am the source of my abundance. Money flows to me easily and quickly." Say it with faith, not as a wish, but as a decree. You are commanding the universe to rearrange itself in your favor. Everything you want is already present in potential form. The moment you believe, you shift dimensions, from lack to abundance, from waiting to receiving. The world around you mirrors your inner conversation. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, you receive delay. If your thoughts are filled with certainty, you receive miracles. You are never waiting for money. Money is waiting for your permission to appear. So, start to think from the end. Visualize yourself 2 days from now, smiling as you check your account, or as someone hands you the very sum you needed. Don't ask how. The how is not your concern. The creative power within you knows infinite ways to deliver it. Your only job is to persist in the assumption that it is done. Keep your mind there. Refuse to contradict it with fear or logic. As you go about your day, act as though you already received it. Feel the relief, the joy, the freedom. This emotion is your magnet. When your inner state becomes saturated with wealth consciousness, you attract money naturally, effortlessly. In 48 hours, the outer world begins to echo your new belief. It might come through an unexpected source, a message, a gift, or a sudden opportunity. But it will come. Every moment you are thinking, feeling, imagining, and these invisible movements of mind are constantly shaping the reality that surrounds you. You are never not manifesting. The world you see today is nothing more than the reflection of the ideas you accepted as true yesterday. To manifest wealth fast, you must become conscious of this power and use it deliberately. Money does not come to hard work alone. It comes to consciousness, to the one who knows how to command it through faith and inner alignment. When you decide to manifest huge sums of money in 2 days or less, you are not attempting to create something out of nothing. You are simply shifting awareness to the version of reality where that money already exists. There are infinite realities existing right now. In one, you are still waiting and worrying. In another, you already have the wealth you desire. Your job is to tune your vibration, your dominant feeling, to the reality you prefer. You don't have to struggle to make it happen. You only have to feel from it as if it has already happened. This may sound like imagination, but imagination is creation. Everything you see around you, every building, every business, every fortune, was once invisible in someone's mind. The mind imagined it first, then life made it real. Your imagination is the workshop of creation. and what you dwell upon internally will solidify externally. When you imagine yourself with abundance, with effortless flow of money, you are not pretending, you are invoking the law of assumption, the principle that what you assume to be true becomes true. Spend time each day entering the state of the wish fulfilled. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Feel the stillness behind your thoughts. Now, in that silence, picture yourself holding large sums of money. Don't count it, feel it. Feel the texture of the bills, the weight of the envelope, the excitement in your heart. See the numbers in your account balance rising. Feel the gratitude that bursts forth when you realize it has happened. Stay there until it feels real, until your body believes it. This is not fantasy, it is creation. When you open your eyes, do not let the outer world contradict your inner vision. If you see lack, ignore it. If you feel doubt, replace it with knowing. The secret is persistence, holding the inner picture steady until the outer mirrors it. Most people cancel their manifestation by switching back and forth between belief and disbelief. They affirm abundance in the morning and worry about bills by afternoon. The universe obeys the dominant feeling, not the occasional thought. You must let the feeling of wealth become your natural state. Think of how quickly your emotions shift when you receive unexpected good news. Maybe someone pays a debt or sends a gift. Instantly, your mood rises, your energy expands, and you begin to expect more good things. That shift is the key. You can create that same emotional state right now without waiting for the external event. Pretend for a moment that it has already happened. The joy you feel is the signal that draws it in. Emotion is energy in motion. It sets the frequency of attraction. Begin speaking to yourself as a wealthy person would. Let your inner dialogue match your desire. Instead of saying, I need more money, say, money flows to me freely and abundantly. Instead of worrying about how it will come, declare, every channel is open for my prosperity. The subconscious mind does not question. It obeys the words and images impressed upon it. Your repeated thoughts become your belief, and your belief becomes your world. The fastest way to manifest is to remove resistance, the doubts, fears, and old stories that tell you you're not worthy. Many people unconsciously repel money because they associate it with guilt, greed, or struggle. They were taught that abundance must be earned through suffering or that wanting wealth is selfish. None of this is true. Money is energy, and energy responds to clarity, not conflict. When you cleanse your mind of negative beliefs about money, it starts flowing naturally to you. Just as air flows to your lungs, so examine your thoughts. When you think about wealth, do you feel peace or tension? If tension arises, it means part of you is still attached to scarcity. You must heal that part. Replace fear with gratitude. Every time you see money, a coin, a note, a bank statement, bless it silently. Thank it for being a messenger of abundance. The more you appreciate what you have, the more reasons life will give you to celebrate. Appreciation multiplies everything it touches. As you move through the next 2 days, keep your energy aligned with abundance. See every event as a possible pathway through which your manifestation can arrive. Do not try to predict the channel. You may receive it through an unexpected refund, a surprise gift, a new opportunity, or someone simply feeling inspired to help you. Stay open and receptive. The universe has countless ways to deliver what you desire. The less you interfere, the faster it moves. It is essential to remain relaxed. Tension blocks the flow of energy. Many people try to force manifestations through constant affirmations, frantic visualizations, or impatience. But true creation happens in rest, not effort. When you truly believe it is done, you stop worrying. You rest in the assurance that what you asked for is on its way. That calm certainty is the signal the universe reads. Faith is not loud, it is steady. You can practice this even now. Imagine yourself receiving a large amount of money within 48 hours. Don't question it. Just let the idea settle like a seed in fertile soil. Do not dig it up to check if it's growing. Trust that unseen forces are already aligning. Feel the excitement as if the message or call confirming your manifestation is already on its way. Walk through your day knowing that something wonderful is unfolding behind the scenes. When doubts appear, and they might, smile at them. They are only echoes of your old beliefs, not prophecies. You have already shifted. Speak to yourself gently. It's already mine. Everything is working perfectly. The moment you return to peace, you return to power. The fear is powerless in the presence of certainty. Another key is generosity. When you give, not out of fear, but out of knowing that you have more than enough, you reinforce the vibration of abundance. You are telling the universe, I am rich. You cannot outgive the source of creation. Whatever you send out in love must return multiplied. This doesn't mean you must give away all your money. It means give your energy freely. Your gratitude, your attention, your kindness. The more open you are, the more easily you receive. Take a few moments to reprogram your self-concept. You are not someone hoping for money. You are the embodiment of abundance itself. You are consciousness expressing as wealth, freedom, and joy. Everything that appears in your life is an extension of your inner being. The outer world is plastic to your thoughts. It molds itself according to your dominant idea of self. If you see yourself as prosperous, life has no choice but to reflect that image. Throughout your day, use small triggers to stay aligned. Every time you handle money, affirm silently, it multiplies effortlessly. When you see someone prosperous, bless them and say, that's me reflected back to me. When you feel the impulse to worry, breathe and return to gratitude. These small acts of awareness keep your energy pure and magnetic. Sometimes, just before a big manifestation, circumstances may appear to move in the opposite direction. Don't be deceived. The outer world often rearranges itself chaotically before settling into a new order. Stay calm and persistent. Your faith must outlast appearances. The universe tests your consistency not to punish you, but to strengthen your conviction. You are working with an intelligent, responsive energy. It listens to your feeling tone more than your words. You can speak affirmations all day, but if underneath you feel anxious or doubtful, the vibration you send is mixed. Instead of trying to convince yourself, simply relax into the feeling of having. The more natural it feels, the faster it materializes. If you find it difficult to believe at first, use imagination playfully. Imagine receiving a message from your bank saying, funds have been deposited. Hear the sound of that notification. See the number on your phone screen. Feel your heart lift. The mind cannot distinguish between an imagined event vividly felt and a physical event experienced. What you experience inwardly must show outwardly when the feeling becomes dominant. Another powerful technique is to script your reality as though it has already happened. Take a journal and write, I am so grateful that within 2 days, I received an unexpected sum of money. It came in the most beautiful and surprising way. As you write, let emotion flow through you. Feel the truth of those words. Then close the journal and release it. Don't think about when or how. The act of release allows the energy to crystallize into form. Trust that the invisible side of creation is more real than what you can see. Everything physical was once invisible. The invisible realm is where all miracles begin. When you operate from that space of inner knowing, you command the material world without effort. You become a co-creator rather than a beggar. You are not asking life to give you wealth. You are acknowledging that wealth has always been yours. As you practice this awareness, synchronicities begin to appear. You may overhear conversations about money, receive unexpected messages, or suddenly feel inspired to take a small action. Follow those nudges without resistance. Inspiration is the universe guiding you toward the physical path of manifestation. But even as you act, remember that the power lies not in the action itself, but in the state of consciousness from which it arises. Within 2 days, you may find the money appearing through a route you never anticipated. It might be someone repaying a forgotten debt, a client paying early, a bonus, or even a gift. The form doesn't matter. What matters is the realization that your inner world truly commands your outer experience. Once you witness that even once, you can replicate it endlessly. Continue practicing these principles beyond the initial manifestation. Wealth is not a one-time event but a state of being. As you live in the awareness of constant supply, more and more evidence of abundance will flow into your life. Opportunities, connections, and ideas will come effortlessly. You will begin to see money as an ally, not a mystery. The more you trust this process, the shorter the time gap between imagination and realization. What once took days may start happening within hours, even minutes. You are learning to operate from the creative level of consciousness rather than the reactive one. From this space, nothing is impossible. As you maintain this energy, your relationship with money transforms completely. You no longer chase it or fear losing it. You recognize it as a mirror of your state of consciousness. Fluid, responsive, limitless. When you hold gratitude, generosity, and joy as your natural vibration, money becomes a natural companion. It gravitates toward your light. Keep feeding your mind only thoughts of abundance. Avoid conversations of lack, complaints, or envy. These drain your energy. Surround yourself with ideas, people, and environments that affirm prosperity. Let every word you speak reinforce your identity as abundant consciousness. The more consistently you do this, the more stable your manifestations become. Each night before sleep, replay your success in your imagination. See yourself counting money, receiving good news, or sharing your wealth with others. Let these images be the last impressions before you drift into the subconscious state. The subconscious mind works most powerfully during sleep, reproducing in waking life whatever ideas you feed it before rest. When you awaken, carry that feeling of accomplishment with you. You will begin to notice that as your belief deepens, the world reshapes effortlessly. People treat you differently. Opportunities arise, coincidences multiply. You are no longer surprised by them because you understand that everything you experience is self-created. Manifestation becomes natural, like breathing. To manifest huge sums of money in 2 days or less, all that is required is unwavering belief, emotional alignment, and detachment from the outcome. Believe that it is already done, feel the truth of it, and release it. Keep your focus on the inner reality until the outer must obey. The law cannot fail, it only follows consciousness. You are the consciousness that gives life to all forms. The money you seek is only one expression of that creative power. As you awaken to your identity as the source, not the seeker. You realize you have never lacked anything. You simply forgot who you were. Now that you remember, everything you desire rushes toward you with ease, because it has always been waiting for you to believe. Every thought that passes through your mind is an instruction to the unseen power that governs this universe. You are constantly creating, constantly sending signals, constantly shaping the energy around you into visible form. The process of manifestation doesn't begin when you decide to focus. It is always happening. What changes is your awareness of it. When you become conscious that you are the one directing this process, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start living as the deliberate architect of your reality. Money is one of the easiest things to manifest because it is pure energy. It is a neutral symbol of exchange, a reflection of value, trust, and flow. The only reason it feels difficult for some people is because they attach emotional blocks to it. Guilt, fear, or a sense of unworthiness. When those emotions dissolve, money moves toward you freely. You begin to see it everywhere, coming through expected and unexpected channels, because you've aligned your vibration with ease, not struggle. To manifest wealth fast, you must live from the feeling that you already possess it. This is not about pretending or forcing yourself to think positively. It's about embodying the vibration of having. If you had the money you desire right now, how would you feel? What would your body language express? How would your energy feel to others? That emotional blueprint is your magnet. When you maintain that state, reality bends to match it. Many people misunderstand manifestation because they focus on outer action while still harboring inner disbelief. They think that if they hustle harder, something will finally change. But action without inner conviction is empty. It's like rowing a boat against the current, exhausting and slow. Real creation happens when your inner state is already aligned with the outcome. Then your actions become effortless, inspired, and highly effective. The current of life carries you instead of you fighting against it. When you set the intention to manifest a huge sum of money within 48 hours, you are declaring your readiness to shift dimensions instantly. You are choosing to bypass the gradual path and step directly into the version of yourself who already lives in abundance. To do this, you must drop logic for a moment. Logic works within the boundaries of the old self. Imagination opens the door to the new one. The mind will try to ask, how could it happen so fast? Ignore that voice. The how belongs to the universe, not to you. Feel the excitement of receiving. Imagine the thrill of a message notifying you of an unexpected deposit. Hear the sound of your phone buzzing with good news. Smell the air as you smile, realizing that your manifestation has arrived. Let your imagination be so vivid that your body reacts as if it is real. That physiological reaction, the quickened heartbeat, the warmth in your chest, is the moment you send the clearest signal to the universe. Now let that feeling linger. Don't rush to look for proof. The moment you seek validation, you fall back into doubt. The unseen world operates on faith. It does not respond to impatience. Faith is the quiet knowing that what you felt is already real, even if you can't see it yet. It's like planting a seed and trusting the soil. You don't dig up the seed every few minutes to check its progress. You water it, you nurture it, you let it grow. You must also become aware of your inner dialogue during the waiting period. Do you still speak from lack? Do you tell yourself that you need money, that you hope it arrives? Every word carries creative power. Instead of saying, I hope, say, I know. instead of saying, I need, say have. The subconscious mind takes your words literally. It assumes that what you declare is your truth. When you speak from abundance, your subconscious aligns with abundance. During these 2 days, live as though the manifestation is guaranteed. You don't need to act recklessly or spend money you don't have. You only need to carry the inner assurance that your wealth is unfolding. Move through life with quiet confidence. Notice how the world begins to mirror that energy. People smile more, opportunities show up, random coincidences align perfectly. These are signs that the vibration has shifted. Many people think they must meditate for hours or recite hundreds of affirmations. But true manifestation can happen in a single moment of pure belief. When your consciousness is completely focused and undivided, creation becomes instant. The challenge is not to create that moment, but to sustain it without contradicting it later. Every time you reaffirm the feeling of wealth, you strengthen the signal. Every time you doubt, you weaken it. Your job is to keep your focus steady until it becomes natural. You can even play small mental games to reinforce belief. Imagine that the money is already in your possession. How would you spend it? What would you buy? Whom would you help? Picture the smile on someone's face when you give them a gift. See the ripple of joy extending outward from your abundance. The more real you make it in your imagination, the faster it must appear in your experience. Imagination is not escape, it is creation. As you continue this process, your energy begins to shift in subtle but powerful ways. You carry yourself differently. You make decisions from a place of strength rather than fear. You begin to attract people who operate on the same frequency. This is how the external world rearranges itself. The money doesn't appear by magic out of thin air. It flows through channels that already exist around you, channels that you couldn't see before because your vibration was lower. When you rise to the frequency of abundance, those channels become visible. Notice how your perception of time changes as you deepen your belief. The more certain you feel, the faster things manifest. Time is elastic. It expands or contracts according to the intensity of your consciousness. When you feel detached and confident, you collapse the waiting period. You experience results that seem miraculous to others, but are perfectly natural to you because you know the law. Keep reminding yourself that you are not attracting money from outside. You are revealing it from within. The outer world is a mirror, and mirrors do not create images. They reflect them. The moment you change the inner image, the mirror must show it. The delay between thought and manifestation is only the time it takes for you to accept the new belief completely. Once acceptance is total, appearance is immediate. You might feel an urge to act on an idea during this period. Maybe you remember someone you need to call, a task you've been postponing, or a sudden opportunity crosses your path. Follow that inner nudge. Intuition is the universe guiding you to the physical expression of your manifestation. You don't have to overthink it. Just move with the flow. The right action will feel effortless, inspired, and often surprisingly simple. Before the money appears, you may experience a test of faith, perhaps an unexpected bill or a moment of doubt. These are not setbacks. They are chances to reaffirm your belief. The old vibration of lack is trying to hold on. When such moments arise, breathe and return to gratitude. Say quietly to yourself, even this is working for my abundance. In doing so, you neutralize resistance and strengthen your alignment. You can also amplify your manifestation by celebrating small signs of prosperity. Did you find a coin on the street? Did someone offer to pay for your meal? Did you receive a compliment or a kind gesture? All these are indicators that abundance is responding to your frequency. Treat them as confirmations that the big manifestation is already on its way. Appreciation accelerates everything. Your environment reflects your consciousness, so keep it in harmony with your intention. Organize your space, remove clutter, and surround yourself with symbols of wealth and beauty. When your surroundings reflect abundance, they reinforce the feeling of it within you. You begin to live as a person who expects good things. The subconscious mind loves repetition and symbolism. Every physical cue becomes a reminder of your wealth vibration. Before sleep, replay your day as if everything unfolded perfectly. Visualize receiving the exact amount of money you desire. Hear yourself saying thank you. Feel the relief and joy. Let that emotion carry you into sleep, because the moments just before sleep are the gateway to the subconscious. In that drowsy state, your mind is most receptive to new beliefs. What you impress upon it at that time will be reproduced effortlessly in your waking life. When you wake up, don't immediately reach for your phone or dive into routine. Take a few moments to align again. Feel gratitude for the money that's already on its way. Say to yourself, today, something amazing will happen. Money finds me in beautiful ways. This simple morning ritual sets the tone for your day. Your vibration stays high, your focus clear, and you continue moving in harmony with abundance. Notice how your attitude toward others begins to change. You no longer envy anyone's success because you recognize that there is no competition in abundance. Every person's wealth affirms your own possibility. When you bless others' prosperity, you are simultaneously blessing yourself. The frequency of genuine joy for others multiplies wealth for everyone involved. As these inner shifts continue, the outer evidence becomes undeniable. The first appearance might be small, a refund, a surprise discount, a gift, but do not dismiss it. That is the universe proving its responsiveness. Rejoice in every sign, no matter the size. It's the same creative power producing both $1 and $1,000,000. The only difference is the level of belief you hold. The secret behind manifesting large sums quickly is detachment. The moment you stop obsessing about the outcome, it manifests. Desire creates movement, but attachment creates delay. When you let go, you demonstrate trust. You tell the universe, I know it's already mine. This calm expectation is the highest form of faith. It's not indifference, it's confidence. Continue to remind yourself throughout the day that you are surrounded by wealth. The air you breathe, the sunlight on your skin, the opportunities around you, all are expressions of abundance. When you start seeing wealth in everything, you dissolve the illusion of separation between yourself and prosperity. You realize that the entire universe is conspiring to bless you. Your words are creative forces, so use them wisely. Speak as if everything is already unfolding perfectly. Speak kindness, gratitude, and certainty. When you say, I always have more than enough, you are programming your reality to confirm that truth. Speak it not to convince yourself, but to declare what already exists. When the money finally appears, and it will, receive it with deep gratitude but without surprise. You might smile, even laugh, because it feels so natural. This is the power of alignment. The universe simply followed your command. As you receive, affirm quietly, this is normal for me. I am abundance itself. And as you continue practicing, the time it takes to manifest shortens. What once required focused effort becomes instinctive. You think of something, and it arrives. You realize that creation was never outside of you, it was always the movement of your own consciousness. This understanding transforms not just your financial life, but every aspect of existence. Relationships, health, opportunities, all become reflections of your inner state. From this space, wealth is not a goal but a byproduct of who you are. You live in continuous flow, giving and receiving effortlessly. You know that every desire is already fulfilled the moment you claim it. Life becomes a beautiful dance between intention and realization, imagination and experience. You no longer wonder if you can manifest. You simply decide what to manifest next. In this awareness, the concept of time dissolves further. You realize that the 2 days you gave yourself were not a limitation, but a focus point, a way to sharpen belief. The true manifestation doesn't depend on time, it depends on the depth of your knowing. When knowing is absolute, manifestation is instant. Keep walking in this truth. Keep speaking from the identity of abundance. Keep feeling the joy of already having what you once desired. The more you leave from that space, the more natural it becomes. You are not creating wealth. You are remembering that you have always been its source. And from that remembrance, everything you desire flows to you in perfect, divine timing, often faster than you ever imagined possible. And so, remember this truth. You are not chasing money, you are awakening to the power that creates it. The wealth you seek is not in the world, it is within your own imagination, your faith, your unwavering conviction that what you feel is already yours. The moment you claim abundance in consciousness, the universe bends to deliver it in form. Hold this knowing like fire in your heart. You are the source, not the seeker. You are the cause, not the effect. When you command wealth from the inside, the outer world must obey. The moment you stop doubting and start assuming, you shift everything. Money, opportunities, and miracles rush to meet you because they recognize their master, the one who finally remembered their power. So stand in that truth, breathe it, live it. Speak wealth, feel wealth, become wealth. And the universe will have no choice but to mirror it back to you, faster, greater, and more abundantly than you ever dreamed possible.